Welcome to our channel. Today, we embark on a journey to the rugged landscapes of Scandinavia, home to the legendary Vikings. These seafaring people have captured imaginations for centuries, conjuring images of fierce warriors and adventurous explorers. But their story is far richer and more nuanced than often portrayed. Sit back, relax, and allow yourselves to drift back in time as we uncover the fascinating world of the Vikings. Let these soothing facts guide you towards a peaceful night's sleep. The North Sea and the Baltic Sea, cold and unforgiving as they may seem, were the Vikings' highways to the world. These intrepid seafarers hailed from what we now know as Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. Picture, if you will, small villages nestled amongst fjords and forests, the air alive with the sounds of blacksmiths and shipwrights. These were hardy people, living in a land where survival demanded resilience and ingenuity. The Vikings' reach extended far beyond their Scandinavian homelands. Driven by a thirst for trade and, yes, for riches, their longships, marvels of maritime engineering, carried them across vast distances. Imagine the sun glinting off the shields lining their hulls as they sailed down the coasts of Europe, venturing as far as the sun-drenched shores of the Mediterranean. Their expeditions even took them east to the bustling markets of the Middle East and south to the scorching heat of North Africa. The Vikings' success lay, in no small part, in the ingenuity of their longships. These vessels were more than just ships. They were an extension of the Vikings themselves, swift and maneuverable. Picture their shallow drafts allowing them to navigate rivers, bringing them deep into the heart of continents. Their speed and agility made them equally adept at raiding coastal settlements and engaging in peaceful trade. The longship was the key to the Vikings' dominance of the seas. Chapter 4. The Viking Age, a time of change. The Viking Age, spanning from the late 8th century to the early 11th century, was a period of great upheaval and transformation in Europe. It's a period bookended by two significant events. The first, the raid on the Lindisfarne monastery in 793 AD, announced the Vikings' arrival on the world stage in a storm of fire and fury. The second, the Norman conquest of England in 1066, marked the twilight of their era. Chapter 5. Beyond the battlefield. The many faces of the Vikings. The Vikings were much more than just fearsome warriors. They were farmers, skilled craftsmen, and shrewd traders. Their lives were a balance between the call of the sea and the rhythms of the land. Imagine them cultivating barley and oats, tending to their livestock, their lives intertwined with the changing seasons. Their trade routes, stretching across continents, brought silver from the east and furs from the frozen north, showcasing their entrepreneurial spirit. Chapter 6. Westward Bound, New Lands and Settlements. The Vikings' thirst for exploration led them westward, across the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. They established settlements in Iceland, a land of fire and ice, and Greenland, a land shrouded in icy silence. Their most daring feat, however, was their arrival on the shores of North America, a land they called Vinland. These voyages speak to their incredible seafaring skills and their unwavering spirit of adventure. Chapter 7. The Order of Society, from Thralls to Jarls. Viking society, though seemingly egalitarian, was structured around a clear social hierarchy. At the bottom were the thralls, individuals who were enslaved, often captured in raids. The carls, freemen, made up the majority of the population, farmers, fishermen, and craftsmen, who formed the backbone of Viking society. At the top were the jarls, the nobility, who held power and influence, their wealth often displayed through intricate jewelry and weaponry. Chapter 8. Myths and Legends, a pantheon of gods. The Vikings' world was one imbued with a rich mythology, a tapestry of gods and monsters, heroes and valkyries. They worshipped a pantheon of gods, each representing different aspects of nature and human experience. Odin, the All-Father, ruled over wisdom and war. Thor, the god of thunder, wielded his mighty hammer, Mjolnir, protector of mankind. Freya, the goddess of love and fertility, held sway over matters of the heart. These stories, passed down through generations, provided comfort and meaning in a world often unpredictable and harsh. Chapter 9. Runes, the language of the Vikings. The Vikings possessed a unique alphabet known as runes, angular characters etched onto wood, bone, and stone. Imagine the flickering light of a fire illuminating these runes, their meaning shrouded in mystery. Runes were more than just a writing system. They were thought to hold magical power, used for divination and to communicate with the gods. Rune stones, standing as silent sentinels across the landscape, offer us a glimpse into their beliefs and aspirations. Chapter 10. The end of an era, the legacy of the Vikings. The year 1066 marked a turning point in history, the traditional end of the Viking Age. The Battle of Stamford Bridge saw the defeat of the Norwegian king, Harald Hardrada, by the English forces of Harold Godwinson. Though the Vikings continued to exert influence in some regions, their era of large-scale raiding and expansion had come to an end. Their legacy, however, lived on, woven into the fabric of European culture, their art, their language, and their adventurous spirit continuing to captivate us centuries later. As we drift off to sleep tonight, let us carry with us the spirit of the Vikings, their resilience, their artistry, and their unquenchable thirst for exploration. We hope you've enjoyed this journey into their world. If you have, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more relaxing content. Sweet dreams, and may your slumber be filled with visions of long ships sailing under the midnight sun.